We are learning more about the series of vehicle burglaries in East Texas this past month, from Wood County all the way through to Nacogdoches County. KLTV's Michael Richardson spoke with law enforcement on what can be done to prevent valuables from being stolen from a vehicle.
Here's some video of car burglaries taken across East Texas in the last month.
The main thing, lock your doors. Hide your valuables.
Tyler PD's Andy Urbaugh says burglaries increased during the holidays.
Throw the stuff in the trunk. It's out of sight, out of mind, and lock your doors, and that will help people stop.
Burglaries can also happen at home.
It's not a bad thing to leave lights on outside or have motion lights, because criminals like to work in the dark.
The thieves have targeted cars in several counties, including Shelby, Rains, Panola, Nacogdoches, and Rusk. Law enforcement believes these cases are all connected. Tim Monzingo from the Nacogdoches County Sheriff's Office says they are looking into instances in their county.
The thing about vehicle burglaries like this is that they're frequently crimes of opportunity. Somebody who's stealing will see a car that's unlocked or a valuable item sitting in a front seat or at a console or a dashboard or something like that. And if the vehicle's unlocked, they'll just reach in and grab it.
To stop vehicle burglaries, Urbaugh advises against growing complacent.
Somebody like me, it's just you get complacent is what it is. You just get complacent. You don't think about being a victim, and most people don't think about being victims until they are victimized.
Michael Richardson, KLTV 7 News.
If your car has been burglarized or rifled through, go ahead and give your local police department a call.